Welcome back, everyone, to episode 103 of the Global Diamond Broker Hard Truth Diamond Podcast.
The Hard Truth.
Your favorite podcast.
Do they get that,
ever.
do you think? The hard truth. Diamonds are the hardness on... And we talk about shit that other people simply don't want to talk about. Mm-hmm. Backstage in the diamond industry.
That's why we're the favorite diamond podcast.
Right? No bullshit here.
Plus, we're funny and cute AF.
Well, as long as we're talking about diamonds, there's no bullshit and jewelry, but there's a lot of bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. Kind of everywhere. Mm-hmm. In fact, let's see, where do we start? We're busier than we've ever been. It's a time of year when most companies are quiet, and this concept of having the most beautiful diamonds in the world
is super, super, super resonating with people.
Right?
It's
well,
awesome.
It's the best prices globally. I mean, why anybody would pay retail anymore for their diamonds is, can you stop touching me with your leg there? It's a little awkward for me.
God, sorry.
I mean, you could be my daughter. Remember when we used to go down the street and I used to look at guys and go, that's my daughter.
You perv.
Yeah,
I'm just
like,
kidding.
Stop staring at her.
Yeah.
I don't see the attraction, honestly, but... whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
God, you're an asshole.
Here, go easy on me today. I've got a bit of an upset stomach from the breakfast wrap I had after training shoulders.
Poor baby.
Yeah. Anyway, so here we are back with episode 103. And do you know how many podcasts get to 103 episodes?
20%.
I don't know, but it's not that high. I can tell you. A podcast
You sounded like you knew it.
I would say we're in the 99th percentile.
I don't think so.
Hey, we're going to check this.
I don't think so.
And get back, okay? So let's see who wins the argument. It's not really an argument, but we're able to turn anything between us into an argument. So
You are.
Oh, I'm the problem,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I'm the problem. If you ever need to know.
Like when your girlfriend, your
I don't
lady
have
friend
a girlfriend.
went into anaphylactic shock because she's allergic to peanuts, and it was your fault because you left it in the fridge.
Yeah, no.
That's your fault.
This is a story. This is, one of the differences between, I don't want to say women, because most women aren't as unreasonable as you.
I'm very reasonable. Thank you very much.
But every problem is my fault, and kind of every good thing is your responsibility, isn't it? How things go.
Yep, you got it right.
103 episodes is a lot of knowledge, a lot of information, and we have a lot more today. The fact that I'm irresistibly cute and charming.
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
That seemed like a real shudder, and it couldn't be, could it?
I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Anyway, so this week you're going to talk about the GIA and the new service they're providing. And remember what we say.
It's the GIA or no way.
It's a GIA or no way. IGI is a lie. HRD is... Well, actually, the HRD, the Belgian High Diamond Council certificate, doesn't
Oh my
go
God.
far enough.
You used to say EGL can go to hell.
Yeah, that's right. EGL can go to hell. Basically, the company has, because their grading was so abhorrent, they finally gave up. But here's the other thing. These certificates, there's only one that matters. There's only one that has true credibility in the global diamond business world, and it's the GIA. And if you don't have it, you don't have much.
You don't see diamonds at Sotheby's and Christie's using IGI certification.
Ever. And certainly not EGL, because EGL can go to hell. There, I said it, okay? But
okay.
yeah.
I might need... Is that your phone?
Is that my phone?
Yeah.
Really? Why would I have it on? Oh, FedEx issues. The flawless 6 karat diamond that we have in customs right now.
Okay, you're going to have to shut that off.
Where is that? Okay, would you excuse me just for 1 second? I would remember to take off my headset.
Colin, come back. Hurry up. I feel awkward when you're not here.
Oh, hang hang on. Well, hang on. Technical issue. It's stuck under the desk. Is that a technical issue?
Gentle.
There we go. So, where are we at this morning? The Russian blood diamonds are still in the market. It's amazing to me, again, that they're trying all of a sudden so hard to block Russian blood diamonds, De Beers, and their competitors because of the fact there's no mine diamond industry anymore in any way like there used to be. The prices continue to crash, so I guess taking out your competitor politically is a good way to go. Anyway, they're still all over the marketplace. There's still all these excuses for ones that are, are predated this and predated that. Look, they're blood diamonds. I don't disagree. The proceeds go to the war. But it's not like they're ever going to really stop it because of the nature of the diamond industry.
What were they saying in the article? They extended the time period or something.
Right? Like, it's hard to understand really what's going on.
No, it was a question for you.
Even for me. Yeah. Oh. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Wait, you're telling me you don't know the answer?
They keep extending the... well, first of all, it's only to diamonds only over 0.5 carats. And the majority of diamonds itself, believe it or not, are these little ones that adorn. So those are all fine. So those blood diamonds are fine. If they get too big, they're not so fine. But still, I mean, how are they differentiating them? I mean, this is a diamond industry. This stuff has been going on. All this bullshit they try to tell about being able to source where your diamond comes from. Here, I read this the other day. Apparently, De Beers is, now we talk about the legendary, iconic De Beers Diamond Company, is going to one mine. There's the biggest mine in the world now is the Botswana mine in Africa. And they're going to basically move the De Beers head office there. It's a massive mine. And now with the reduction in the attraction, I guess, of a mined diamond due to their ethical, environmental, and certainly the economic issues associated with them, they're going to go to a one mine. Now, here's what you're going to hear a lot of in the diamond industry these days is bullshit. The stories are going to change all the time. And I never thought I'd be on here saying this so crassly. I could say it's lies. I could say it's manipulation. Actually, I do say it's lies and manipulation. Okay, never mind on that one. But it's just bullshit. It's just whatever they can come up with. The story of the day is just unbelievable to me. Look, this is simple. Lab-grown diamonds and mined diamonds are the same. We broker both. You want one? That's great. But the paradigm you need to look at is owning, not buying. And there's other issues associated with owning that the GIA is planning to solve right now with the jewelry certification.
They're now going to be offering, the GIA is now going to be offering jewelry certificates that will be able to tell you what the weight of your piece of jewelry is as far as the metal weight, so the carat weight. That's KARAT.
It's interesting, eh? CARAT is diamonds, jewels, the only objective measurement. We own carats.com, by the way. CARAT.
Do we still?
Yeah. And KARAT is gold, but there's even something above that you brought up this morning when I mentioned this to you. Or when you prepared for the podcast by having the article at your fingertips.
What did I prepare?
You didn't prepare shit. I sent it to you and said, this is a great story for you. By the way, as I usually do. But you brought up a great point that I hadn't brought up in a while. Do you remember what that was?
Undercarating.
Undercarating.
Of gold, which basically means when a jeweler represents a piece of jewelry and misrepresents the purity of the gold. So, for example, they'll call it like 18 karat and then it'll really be mixed with like other alloys and metals. It'll really only be like 16.5%.
Or 16 or 15 or 4. Because they stamp it. Whoever checks it. So the GIA is going to
Because you don't
check
think
it.
to check it as a consumer. You don't think, oh, let me go check the purity of my gold.
My ring is under karated. And you know, in gold in a ring, it's only a few dollars, but a lot of these retailers do hundreds of rings times hundreds of stores, and whoever's producing it for them, because they don't check it, there's electronic
testers
you can use to check it.
But you're not going to go do that.
Who's going to do that?
The GIA will, though.
And we will, if you want your gold tested. It's a good idea, right? Let's start testing our gold, just like the GIA.
So
we're going to buy a gold tester.
Are we actually?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Let's
So
get
24 karat is 99.9% pure gold, and then 18 karat is 75%, and 14 is 58.8% or something like that.
So what they do is they fill the ring with alloy and under karat. And there was a study done by the Jewelers Vigilance Association, and they did it through the great state of New York. And they went in and they sampled the gold out of a number of jewelry stores. And guess what the number was? How many were under karated?
I'm going to say 50%.
That's a good guess. It's
Higher?
low.
Oh, it's lower?
It's low. It's 2 out of 3. 66%. I have a copy of the results.
Wait,
here
66% are accurate
under
or
karat.
under karat?
So
Holy
they're saying it's an 18 karat gold ring, but it's 17 or so. And if you think about the amount of money that can add up to, especially nowadays with the price of gold, it's gold, for goodness sakes.
Wow, 66%.
66%. That was what. And listen, here's the diamond industry. Here's the jewelry industry trying to keep you shopping. So they did this test, and they did it a number of years ago. I was aware of it. I have a copy of it. Then they stopped testing because they don't want bad shit said about the jewelry industry. So they want you to go pay. They want you to buy the diamond. De Beers doesn't want you to think, oh my goodness, does it have enough gold in it? Finally, the GIA, did I mention the GIA or no way, is doing something about it. It's interesting, right?
So now you can have peace of mind with not just your diamonds, but your diamond jewelry and the gold in
We're going to start testing all of ours now.
Okay.
How about that?
You mean I'm going to start testing?
Yeah, you're going to start testing all of our. We're going to test it before you get it to tell you the gold content.
Perfect.
Right? Because we're into things like transparency, trustworthiness.
Accuracy.
I was going to say accuracy. We would have had another. Remember when we first. I
we
was
used to have our
very
drinks?
impressed with you bringing up this morning about the undercarroting. You even called it undercarroting.
Okay, I'm not going to take the credit. You brought it up.
No, I didn't say undercarroting, though. I brought the GIA thing up where they're going to do rings now.
Okay, I'll take the credit because I'm so smart and intelligent.
No,
and
you,
funny. And
you
cute.
are a good mini-me.
Whatever.
Just not as attractive. Anyway, so there you go. That's a big story today. That's for you. Okay, this isn't, if you're getting a mine diamond, we can help you ensure it's not a Russian blood diamond. That we can do. But let me tell you something. Like every other company in the world, well, we have direct access to mines, so we can guarantee it. But we can't guarantee that mine didn't do something to mix the diamonds together, which is what De Beers does, by the way. They put them all together. This has been their big problem. And so when you see Tiffany saying things like, oh, we can tell you where it comes from, it's a bold statement that is a little bit erroneous.
And Tiffany doesn't even use GIA grading.
So they stopped when
can't even really
the
trust them.
transparency of price came along.
Yeah.
So, and they sell crappy diamonds. I'm just going to flat out say it. Sorry, they're not beautiful stones. They're nowhere.
And
When
it's
did luxury?
It's inconsistent because, like Colin has mentioned before on the podcast, you can go to Tiffany, purchase a diamond pendant, and get anywhere from a D color to a J color.
You can actually order those online from Tiffany. And what do you think you're getting? A D? An E, an F, a G, an H, an I, or a J, if you can get anything in there. And they use their own grading.
So they can call it anything they want.
Huh?
They can call it anything they
They
want.
can call it anything they want, and they do. Caveat emptor, baby. We're here to
So
disrupt. We're disruptors.
the GIA now offering jewelry certificates is going to be huge for the industry.
Yes. Well,
Especially,
will it, though?
I think more so for the consumer, right?
Well, here, I have an issue with this, and let me tell you exactly what it is. Remember when the GIA, so we're pro-environment. We don't think you should be getting the plastic on plastic big wrappers that put millions, I'm not going to say millions, but hundreds and hundreds of pounds, thousands for sure, of GIA certificates into the environment where they're being dumped after the certificate's not used anymore. And so a couple of years ago, you remember this because you were here for this, so it's only a couple of years ago, the GIA came out and said
they're going to go all digital.
all digital, of course. It's just paperwork.
And it's
Save
more
the
secure.
trees.
It's more secure than a paper certificate.
Safer, secure, it can't be counterfeited. You have to log on to the GIA website. Jewelers went crazy, so much so that the GIA capitulated. They want to give that certificate. I don't know why. I don't understand it. I still don't understand it. But the GIA made the right decision and then had to bow down to the will of the industry. And that's when I read this article about your gold content. It's not theirs. It's yours. It's your environment.
You pay for it.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, how long is the jewelry industry going to let this go on? Because I can assure you, at least 2 out of 3 are under carating.
That's
Horrible
crazy.
stuff.
Wow.
Huh?
I said that's crazy.
Anyway, you'll hear all these things here first because the industry doesn't want to talk about them.
Don't get under carated.
Yeah. What was the other one we used to do? Don't get...
Ripped off.
Yeah, don't get ripped off. I mean, don't. Right? It's if you want order 18 karat, let's make sure it's 18 karat.
You should get 18 karat, especially these days with the price of gold.
This is a brand new issue, by the way. This is just something the GIA came up with, and good for them finally for doing it. Have I mentioned the GIA or no way?
We love you, GIA.
Anyway, get it? We love you, GIA. Anyway. So, moving on, 103 podcast. We've covered the GIA. We've covered Russian blood diamonds. We've covered the embargo that seems to be painfully taking forever. But really what it is, in my opinion, is an attack on a part of the industry that, because remember, over half the diamonds in the world are sold in the United States of America, where no matter where they come from. And I think De Beers is just eliminating a competitor. You know, at a time when they don't need those diamonds. You know, I heard an interview. Someone, we should talk about this as well today, posted me with the head of De Beers. And the head of De Beers was talking about, you know, and anyway, these guys, anything that comes out of their mouth, they'll say. By the way, we have fact checkers who are competitors who check the facts. And so far, I am 100% that you can get $5,000 US from us if I say anything that isn't factual. Anyway, this head of De Beers, the CEO of the corporation, his name escapes me now, although I have had lunches and dinners with the head of De Beers Diamonds and in my somewhat illustrious career in the diamond industry, and certainly sat down with De Beers a number of times, as well as the GIA. And here's the thing. He was talking about how rare white diamonds are. Now, this is in the middle of stockpiles. This is we'll show you this video. We'll post it this week. And he talks about the fact that they spend billions of dollars trying to find new mines, and there are none out there. Well, I would like to see that. I would like to see, De Beers was public, they're no longer public, so they're not going to show you, but for him to have the audacity to say they're spending billions of dollars to try to find new diamond sources
Or to say
is
that
the
they're
biggest
rare.
amount of crap I have heard since I've been in the industry. Right? Like since I've been in the industry for these 40 some years. Ridiculous. It's a ridiculous notion. And at the end of the day, you need to know the facts. You need to know the truth, whether it's locally or globally, because it all affects the pricing that you pay. Look, the mine diamond industry is, no matter what we hear about it, every week the value of the stones are going down. Every week that goes by that De Beers doesn't sell is unbelievable. The laboratory grown industry, and again, we are pro-choice, is decimating, absolutely decimating them with a product that there's no difference. Go ahead.
I wasn't going to say anything.
You don't want to talk about anything right now? We've done a pretty good job today. Was that all we wanted to talk about?
That's all I wanted to talk about.
Oh, you want to talk about?
But I know you can go on and on and on and on and on and on.
I tell people, give me a microphone on the diamond industry, stick me on a stage, I can go on for 3 days without stopping.
Yeah.
And the more I go at the start, the more, let's say, passionate or cuckoo I get about the stuff that goes on. Because I've been hearing it for 40 years and I'm tired of it. You have a certificate company called IGI that is allowed to play, that is no benefit to you. No one attacks them because, look, at the end of the day, the big players just want sales. They want you to blindly go out and make decisions on diamonds that aren't good for you. Hence the 4 C's. Hence GIA certificates not online. You can't counterfeit online. You can if they're printed. I don't understand. You can't, pollute the environment online. You can if they're in these big, thick plastic wrappers. Who's making these decisions? Why are they making those decisions? It's an industry. The mine diamond industry is an industry right now, I believe, on life support.
That's a good one.
That was a good one, right? You like that?
Ooh, let's do a video on that today.
Okay, we're going to do a video on life support?
Yeah.
Okay. Especially after my friend ate the wrong food
Yeah,
and almost...
yeah.
You know what I told her, right?
No, what'd you tell
If
her?
you're going to die from eating the wrong food, could you do it from somebody else's house? Like, how awful would that be?
Oh my God, you're so inconsiderate.
Well, I don't think so. I mean, anyway, she's not allowed to eat here anymore. Just kidding, you guys. She's well. She works with the company, so girlfriend.
Anyways, I think that is our time for today.
Are you thankful for that? Okay. Anyway, you guys, look, we're the hard truth. These are just the facts of our industry today. We make no apologies for any of it. We appreciate all the positive feedback we get. And our clients should be appreciating us, quite frankly, because what we do is very unique in the industry in that we broker the world's most beautiful diamonds. The only returns beauty. You're going to see that more and more and more at prices that defy comparison all over the globe. If you're getting your diamonds somewhere else, give it some thought. Check us out. Actually, this podcast goes all over the world, and we pick up a lot of very astute and savvy buyers all over the world from the podcast and the information we provide.